Are you ready to learn how to do flawless cuticle care without creating rings of fire? I'm gonna show you how to do that using our tapered diamond Efile bits. By the end of this video, you'll be filing like a pro, minimizing any mistakes, and learning how to clean your bits so that they last long. Stay tuned to that end of the video where I will be offering you a discount code. Tapered diamond Efile bits are specifically designed for dry manicure. These bits help you get a clean cuticle line and precision exfoliation. They will help increase your dry manicure skills tenfold. The thin tapered tip helps you get it into those tight areas, making it great for detailed work. They are ideal for dry manicures as they help improve the adhesion of the nail products while preventing hangnails. Whether you're new to nails, a DIYer, or a pro, anyone can use a tapered barrel. I actually think using a tapered barrel is one of the easiest places to start with using an Efile with a machine. You're gonna see a variety of different shapes and abrasiveness, from unicorn, detailed micro taper, and the small tapered barrel. And if you've noticed by now, you haven't heard me call these drill bits. And the reason for that is we are not using a drill, we are using an Efile, electric file. There is no drilling happening in this video. Diamond bits are nail bits that are coated in diamond. When you use them, you're gonna notice that they scratch the surface. At Erica's, we use 100% real diamond, which means you're going to have a tool that lasts longer and performs with excellence. And then we have a carbide bit. Carbide bits are made out of titanium and carbide. They are very strong, but you're gonna see these little blades. They're actually called teeth, are flutes, and they're made with CNC machines. They are fantastic at removing product. They're gonna grab and remove. The big difference between these two is the carbide is going to grab and reduce, whereas the diamond is going to scratch. You're never gonna wanna use a carbide on the natural nail. So all of our cuticle work is done with diamond. How can you identify a cheap diamond bit? There's a few visuals. First, the color. It's gonna look more yellowy or greeny. You're also gonna notice that there's bald spots. The coating is not consistent, and a lot of times it's not made out of diamond. I know, for the people in the back, it's not always made out of diamond. They use filler products like sapphire or glass or sand, and they might even glue them on there where you can see the particles falling off. That is a good indicator that you got a budget one. Most important thing, guys, here are the Erica's tapered diamond Efile bit. We have the long and lean, the small tapered barrel, cone, micro taper, detailed bit, and the unicorn. I want to point out some of the features to this. Flat top tapered barrels are great for stability. It's going to allow you to open up the cuticle area, whereas using anything that has more of a rounded point is going to excel in working in those hard to reach areas like the sinus area or the lateral folds. Both are a great tool. It's just a matter of what is our objective while we're e-filing. Hey nail techs, level up your manicures with professional nail bits and implements from Erica's ATA. We have everything you need from tools to gels. Check out the links below. I'm using the small tapered barrel in medium grit at about 6,000 RPMs. Now, I start off at a slower speed to kind of get to know the cuticles, and you can always increase it up to 5. While I'm grooming the cuticle, I'm also gonna drop the barrel and rough up the nail plate. What I love about using medium for the cuticle is it's soft enough to not cut the tissue, but also rough enough to actually prep the nail. The small tapered barrel comes in four different grits. Why would you need 4 different grits? Well, the reason for that is because different grits can do different things. So even though the tool looks the same, coarse, medium, fine, and even extra fine are going to perform differently. If you have a client that has more sensitive skin, I would recommend using a fine. That way you can push more into the fold and you're very gentle to make sure that you don't do any damage. Keep in mind though that we only can prep with medium. Coarse is gonna be too aggressive, but it's fantastic for those really thick toenails. I'm gonna start at working at 6,000 RPMs, but I will increase the speed depending on how thick those cuticles are. I'll even get even crazier if they're the overgrown cuticles. I'll run it up at like 15,000 RPMs, but I only do that when I'm not working on the nail plate, right? Because it's easy with quality tools to take off way too much, so be careful. When you're thinking about this bit, think about it as replacing your pusher. That taper is giving you that visibility. You're able to gently push into the proximal fold, see what that sensitivity is, and really have a cleaned up cuticle and prepped nail plate. The long and lean is a larger version of what the small tapered barrel is. I like the long and lean for men's manicuring as well as toenails because the surface areas are flat and usually bigger, and I'm all about working smarter, not harder. I'm working with the micro taper here. This is the grandmother of dry manicuring bit. It's my favorite bit, it's your favorite bit, and if you haven't tried it yet, it's soon to be your favorite bit. The micro taper was designed 30 plus years ago, and its shape allows for just easy filing. Everything from its length to its point. It's not too pointy, it's not too rounded. You can get into all those hard angles between the lateral fold as well as the sinus area. You're gonna find this tool or a tool like it in every nail desk, and that's because of its versatility. It can get into hard places, it can do prep, it can get into the sidewalls. Let's go! Get yourself a micro taper. If you're somebody who specializes in men's manicuring or you like to do a lot of feet and have a detailed clean, I would recommend using the unicorn. It's a very similar shape to the micro taper, but it has a more rounded point to it, which is really helpful because anytime we're working on feet, we want to think, is this client a diabetic? We want to be very gentle. So using anything with a really sharp point could possibly create injury. Therefore, we want something more rounded. It's a larger tool. It's going to get the job done quicker, and there's usually a lot of crust. That way we can drop the back of that tapered barrel, clean up all around the little tootsies, especially those runners. You're going to get the same look, but you're going to get there quicker. If you're looking for a tool to really clean up the lateral fold, you're going to use the detail bit. The detail bit is the only tool where I feel confident as an educator to teach you to actually floss it through the lateral fold, and that is because it is so skinny. I recommend working with this tool when you're just pulling down the lateral fold, and the reason for that is it's so pointy and small and thin that it's going to allow to create the ability to separate that crusty fingertip to where the nail is touching. Like the detail bit is so skinny, it can fit into the nail groove and kind of carve out like the Grand Canyon separation between the nail plate and the skin, which is really important when you put your product application. It also excels, you guys, because it is so thin and tapered. If you have a client with really deep C curves, those deep C curves, it's hard to get a file. It's hard to clean up in that area. So just take the skinny bit and just drag it through. If you do that with the micro taper or the unicorn, the bit is too big. If you use that bit in that area, what's gonna happen is you're gonna overfile that natural nail, which is what we don't wanna do. We wanna stay as much on the skin where we're just softening or exfoliating dead tissue. We never wanna create any damage, and that's why all these sizes matter. So the detail, the micro taper, and the unicorn all look very similar, but look at the points. Detail's more pointy, micro tapers in the middle, and you're gonna get more of a rounded edge with the unicorn. You're gonna find that some of these points, you're gonna have more comfort working in some of these areas that are tighter or on the toes where you don't need something really pointy. That's when you're gonna use your discernment of what shape makes sense in this area where I'm going to be effective but also safe for my client. The cone is also a very popular cuticle bit. It has a lot of versatility and a lot of surface area. So again, just like the micro taper, able to use that point, get up into the cuticle area, but what's nice is having that back end, it's larger, so I can really clean up around that fingertip. So when you have clients that have a lot of crusties and stuff, instead of needing to pull out another tool or using my nippers and cutting those, which I don't recommend, you're able to just drop it back and clean. It's also a larger surface, so when you're doing your cuticle as well as your prep, guess what? This tool's gonna last longer because it is bigger. You're also gonna get the job done faster. So this is a great maintenance tool. Your clients are coming to you regularly. You can get in and out quickly. It's not like they're waiting months in between service. This is a great tool that's gonna make you more efficient, and you're gonna be able to do lots of different cuticle cleanup as well as dry skin around the free edge. Common mistakes with tapered diamond Efile bits are bearing down with too much pressure that can create rings of fire. Being at the wrong angle can create rings of fire. And lastly, using your Efile at too high of speed can also cause damage to the nail plate. Here's how you clean Erica's ATA Efile bits. Step 1, you're gonna remove all of the dust and debris with warm soapy water. Step 2 is you are going to use a EPA regulated disinfectant and you are gonna fully submerge your bits for 10 minutes. Once that's been completed, go ahead, rinse your tools off and then dry them off. Once they're completely dry, store them and get ready for your next client. And since you've made it this far and now you're a pro, we're gonna give you a discount code. For the next 2 weeks, it is Diamond10. It only lasts for 2 weeks. Check it out, grab all the different taper barrels, and let us know in the comments what your favorite tool is. You wanna see more content like this? You know the drill. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.